Right, hello, welcome to the press conference of James Hamlet versus Marco Moses. Welcome to everyone who's in the gym, everyone watching on social media. We're on James's Facebook, we're on Marco's TikTok, we are on Left Jab Fitness and Left Jab Boxing's Facebook page. Very excited, very honoured to be asked to be involved in this event. I've been to many Left Jab events. They're always spot on in terms of organisation, professionalism, and it just ends up being a really good night for everybody. So I'm very proud to be part of it, and obviously it's to raise a lot of funds for a lot of important charities. So that's the main thing, that's the main reason why we're here. This fight in particular, I'm very interested in it for personal reasons. I've known these two since day one. So it's very interesting to me to see how it all pans out. It's got the attention of everybody on social media, and rightfully so, because these two, I'm sure, are going to go to war on the 29th of October. Make sure you do get your tickets, you're in for a good night, believe me. I know the two fighters here are the topic of the conversation tonight, but I also want to give a shout out to everyone else who's agreed to step into the ring, because it takes a lot of courage to step in there. So big shout out to them as well. Let's not take any shine away from them as well. So massive respect to you guys. I'm not going to ramble on for too much longer, but we've done a few videos on the Dozcast already. That's on YouTube, so go and check that out. Check out what videos are there already. There's more to come, so subscribe, it helps me out a little bit. I'll appreciate it. If you subscribe, you won't miss anything. So that's all from me. I'll pass it on to Sean, who wants to say a little bit, and then we'll get into James and Marco.
Hi guys, thank you for joining us. Thank you, Dozza. First of all, I just want to say a big thank you as well to the sponsors that help these events happen for us, and the team behind the scenes. Like Dozza says, you know, we always come across professional and well organised, and that's down to the team that we have here at Left Jab as well. So big thank you for the team. We all know who we are, and a massive shout out to ML Autos and Cleopatras Lounge Huddersfield as well. They've sponsored us from day dot. And the show just keeps getting bigger and better, and they support us and sponsor us every single year, and we won't be able to hold these events without them. Like Dozza just said, you know, tonight's topic conversation is about these two men that are getting in and absolutely showing balls of steel, but without taking it too seriously. They are two friends raising a fantastic amount of money for some fantastic causes, and you won't get too many friends that will do that because they're too scared of losing, they're too scared of their ego. But these two, as seriously as they're taking this fight, they're frenemies at the end of the day. They'll still be friends before, and they'll still be friends after.
Awesome.
Hopefully. No matter what's said. But yeah, you know, I'm very proud to have this first press conference in the boxing field, and for these guys to agree to box on the platform. It's something new for boxing field. We first started in 2016. I think we're on 13 shows now. To talk a little bit about the boxers themselves. Marco joined us in 2016, and his first boxing bout was against Steve Marshall. And what an absolute beast that man is. And Marco took a L that night, but he then came back in 2019, boxed Hamlet. And got 2 W's. 2017, sorry, you boxed Nick Farrow first, didn't you? Boxed Nick Farrow first, got a W, and then came back and boxed Dave Hanley and got another W. So Marco's on a bit of a roll.
That's right.
But during that time, Hamlet probably took a little bit of inspiration. Came in 2016 on the boxing Kirkwood round 2, I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah. And it's no secret that he's unbeaten. He's had 4 W's and he's 4-0, beating Ash Thompson, Shane Kelly, Jamie Taylor and Luke Lennon over a period of 5 years. So his reigning champion is unbeaten in 5 years, but I'm sure Marco has a lot to say about that. But I mean, this fight especially is interesting to me. Like I said, you know, they are friends and they're putting it all on the line for a good cause. And they're not taking it's serious to them, but they aren't taking the whole situation too seriously. There is levels to boxing, and at this level, I don't think we're going to get more of an exciting fight that we have in the boxing field history than these two men. You've got James Hamlet, that is a natural technician. He takes training very seriously. His mentality is a winning mentality. No one can question that. He comes in the gym. He's the first to motivate other people. He got the Ambassador Award, which was well earned and well deserved. He's a very, very good, very coachable boxer, and he's very talented. And then you've got Marco, which comes in and he laughs and jokes and does the typical Marco thing. But you see him, as soon as that bell goes, whether it's in training or in the ring, something switches. And it's what I would call a forward boxer. And he takes it to him and he puts that pressure on. And he doesn't need much of an opportunity to take, and he takes it. So this is a style, this is a clash of styles, this fight. And it's going to be very, very exciting. My personal opinion, I don't know who's going to win. And to be honest, from my perspective, I don't care who wins, as long as you get in, you get the full experience, with a lot of money for charity, and they both get out safe. That's my main priority. And all the fans, all the friends and family that put their hands in their pockets are entertained that night. And I'm sure it's not just going to be the fight that's going to be entertaining, i.e. this press conference and the rest of the build-up. So yeah. So first of all, I'm going to pass you over to Marco. He's going to have a little bit of a speech first. Then we will go to James Hamlet, and then we'll take any questions.
Thank you for that, Coach. I don't really have much to say. I'm not the kind of guy who says a lot. What I can say, having said that, is I really wanted this fight from probably 2 or 3 years ago when I first saw James in action. I think I saw him against Shane, and then the very next one I was in the camp with him, and even in that one I was thinking, you know what, I'd like to fight James. The main reason why is because the Moses and Hamlet names are quite big in Huddersfield. I think what we're going to do is massive for Huddersfield and for ourselves, and I plan on working my hardest in order to get that W. It's simple as that. Everyone, not everyone, but I think a lot of people will write me off, but it just spurs me up because in my head, and I'm not saying this is down to James, I'm saying it's down to probably the conditions as well, being 16-ounce gloves, etc. I've never seen James knock anyone out, ever. So as far as I'm concerned, I have to go 3 rounds with someone and beat him technically. And I feel as though, like I said, it's a clash of fight. That's like a style. Is he still doing that too? That's because he's nervous, guys. Don't laugh at that. He's nervous. That's a nervous thing. When he starts doing that with his team, he's fucked. His head's gone. Right. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a clash of styles, and I've got to come out on top on that night, and that's it. Make sure I don't get knocked out. I'll be fine, and I think I'll win. And that's as simple as it is for me. Like I said, I don't like to say too much. I'm a bit of a joker. But I'm very serious when it comes to this fight. I'm very serious when it comes to the... Can you wait? Sorry. I'm very excited. Just calm down. Sorry. I'm very excited. Calm down, relax. But as far as I'm concerned, like I said, not much to say about them. I'm taking this fight seriously. When I'm in here, yes, I do have a joke, but when the coaches talk to me, when they ask me to do something, I make sure I do it. And I'm always there, like James as well, probably to help people out and do the best I can with everybody else and make them stronger, make me stronger. And that's it. My plan is to come away from that W with that W back night. Yeah? Bells. You'll be hearing them soon, bro. You don't have to push for them. You'll hear them soon. Yeah? I'll be respectful though when you're talking. Do you need that cup of tea to talk? No, don't. You might need it, you know, because I know you're nervous. Anyway, it's a bit sweaty, the mic. I'm not feeling too well. Enjoy that holiday in 2 weeks.
Did you bring that in a flask?
Yeah, of course I did. I was actually bringing one.
You can have it hot. I nearly put him on out, setting up actually.
Hello people, hello. First I want to shout out to all the sponsors who have gone out of the way to sponsor me so far. 3 main sponsors who are my corporate sponsors as well. Shout out to them. I'm going to be announcing them tonight after the press conference. Just a few things really, what Marco was saying. Have I knocked anyone out? No. Have I damaged someone? Yes. 2 people. people. You know what I mean? So Marco needs to understand that coming to the ring with me, it's a risk.
Is it a first or second or stoppage, Jim?
It was first round.
That means you have to have rounds in the bank.
First round.
That's all that means.
I've done 4 mate, 1-4, and I've done, so that's all you need to know. Anyway, as I was saying, so yeah, 2016, that was my first one with Ash Thompson. Yeah, that was hard. So it's the first one, but after that, I've progressed. And I think when we did one together, was it 2019? We put a status up saying, oh, don't come to the show if you've got no bad energy. I don't want to come in the ring with Hamlet because I've just sparred with him and he's an animal. Mate, that was 2019. Now it's 2022. So I've stepped up. I've stepped up. So you need to understand. I have stepped up.
And you know
so
what?
You finished.
You were so obvious though.
Let me finish.
Time ago.
Let me finish.
You were so obvious.
Can I finish?
Carry on. Greatest of all time.
Yes, I'll say that, and I'll put it out there. I am the greatest of all time in boxing for you. What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing.
Right. Anyway, as I was saying, let me finish. Thank you very much. So, where was I now? Yeah. So basically, Marco, I've seen in his eyes already. Last 2 weeks, he doesn't want it. I'll tell you that now. Marco does not want this fight. I can tell you that now.
Now you just lied to yourself.
I'm not lying to no one. I'm not lying to no one. I can tell you this now. I've seen it in Marco's eyes. He does not want this fight. He knows stepping into that ring with me is a risk. Doing all these TikTok challenges and all that is not going to get you anywhere in the ring. You put more effort in your TikToks and have you done your training so far, in my eyes. Yeah? So I just hope you are ready for me. Simple. Yeah? I know after the 10 weeks training, in that ring, my arms raised, the winner, 5-0, James Jackai, Hamlet. Simple. That's what's going to be.
That's going to be downfall.
So I hope you're ready for it.
That's going to be downfall.
There's no downfall.
No downfall.
No downfall. I've had pressure. There's been pressure before.
No.
There's been pressure before.
There's not pressure, bro.
There's pressure
that
before.
wasn't pressure before. That was
Shane
pressure.
Kelly.
No,
Pressure.
Shane Kelly's not pressure, bro.
Alright, okay.
Shane Kelly was pressure because everybody in Huddersfield wanted you to beat Shane Kelly.
Yeah,
That's
big
it. That's
big
what
up Shane Kelly.
Yeah, big up Shane Kelly.
Anyway.
All your fans, everybody's fan, my fans, Donald's fans, probably Sean and all them wanted to beat Shane Kelly. That weren't pressure for you.
Anyway,
Sorry, Sean. But that weren't pressure for you, bro.
No.
None of the fights will be pressure. This is pressure.
Can I,
so you know what, James? You can go on and say you're going to raise your hands and all of this stuff, yeah? You can go on and say as much as you want. It's going to be the hardest fight you're ever going to have. The hardest fight you're ever going to have. So to get that W, don't think you're going to walk in there, I'm bigger and better, I'm body, I'm the greatest one time. You're nothing. Okay. When we get that, it's 2 men going to be fighting and you're going to take one, alright? Simple as.
What, take what?
What am I telling you to take?
Because I know you can't take it.
You've been looking in my eyes. You've been looking in my eyes, haven't you? You've been looking in my eyes.
You can't take the job. You can't take the job.
I've even seen you for 2 weeks.
You can't take the job.
Looking in my eyes and seen that don't
Listen, I've seen you. You can't take the job. I've seen your fights.
So you've been seeing
your fights, and to be honest, your fights that you've had, apart from Steve Marshall, have been golden ticket.
Have they?
I think, yeah.
Well, this one should be the hardest one I've ever had, then.
Okay,
so when I win, everyone's going to be like, wow. All them golden tickets, and finally you got a jackass. Sorry, jackass.
Alright.
And he beat him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Thanks for that.
Alright, are you finished with that?
Yeah.
Are you finished now?
Yes. Why do you want to say something?
No, I don't need to say nothing else.
Alright, anyway, as I was saying, people, listen, just stay tuned. Next 9 weeks, yeah, you're going to see everything, yeah, but I'm telling you this now. 29th of October, I will be beating Marco, Deadhammer Moses. Simple. That's all you need to know, yeah? I'm telling you, that's all you need to know. Right.
Okay. Marco, the first question to you is from Richard Lewis. He said, what's the reasoning behind calling James out?
Because the rest of you weren't good enough.
Wow. Shit, that face.
Tell us how you really feel. It's not all back. The next question is from Jazz, and it's for you, James. She says, how do you prepare for someone like Marco?
End of the day, you have to take everyone serious. Whoever steps in that ring, you've got to give them full respect. But I'll still prep and train as hard as I do in all my other boxing fields. So it's going to be no different how I train for Marco. It's going to be the same way. And like I said, the way I train, I always come up with W's. So that's it.
Question 3 is for you, Sean. Ryan Nind said, is it going to be difficult managing 2 huge characters such as James and Marco And how do you plan on keeping the gym neutral without people choosing sides between Team Hamlet and Team Marco?
So I think managing both characters, I think they come in the gym with respect anyway, and there's no bad attitudes in the gym. Sparring wise, I think we will keep it separate to an extent. We can't keep them totally separate. We'll give them both the best training we can do to get the best out of both of them. But I think certain times as it gets closer to the fight, there will be separate groups on certain stuff. And
So what was the rest of the question? How do you kind of like choose which characters?
yeah. I think with the characters, like I said, there's no bad attitude out of either of them. They come in, they listen, they're respectful, just like every other boxer in the gym, and there'll be no difference to managing any others.
Next question is for Marco, and it's from James Street. He said, James looks to have the reach advantage. How do you plan on breaking down his jab?
Yeah, it's a brilliant question when I saw that. Just having a good coach, telling me what to do, how to get in, how to work it, and that's it really. Obviously, everybody, we've seen fights before where someone bigger is going against someone smaller. The smaller guy might not come out on top, or the smaller guy might come out on top. So that's never a problem to me thinking about it. It's never a problem to me when I'm watching boxing or when I'm boxing myself. I just think, well, I've just got to play to my strengths, and if I play to my strengths good enough on the night, then who knows.
Thank you. Next question is for James. It's from Dijon Hansen. He said, if you're successful on the night against Marco, would a call out from... Let me finish. Would a call out from Richard Lewis or Dijon himself keep you out of retirement?
Good question. Right about now, my main focus is facing Marco. But if when that time comes, we'll wait and see. But right about now, my main focus is Marco, and when that time comes, we'll see.
Okay, Marco, next one's for you from Imran Iqbal. Do you feel fitter than you did in the build-up to your last fight? It's a bit early, but you feel in better shape?
I actually do, no matter what, because in my last fight against Dave Hamlet, I think I was at my biggest and slowest. Even though I still got the W, I felt like a sloth going into training, and even though I did train as hard as I did with left jab, I still felt like I could be fit. So this time, after a few issues, I decided to get fit enough to train, basically. So that over the next 10 weeks, the progression would have me at my fitness. There you go, yeah. So yeah, like you just said, starting for a higher foundation than I did last time, in order to be better at the end of this training camp. So by the time I get to the 29th of October, I do actually feel I'll be at my best. Weight-wise, fit-wise, everything else. 100%.
And the last question is from me. I'm going to ask it to both of you. What's your motivation for the fight? What's your motivation for the night? What's keeping you going? What's keeping you motivated and driving you to win?
Just knowing that I've got to get that fight with really more than anything else. That's the drive. That's the drive. That's the desire. As much as Marco wants to talk as much rubbish as he wants and thinks that he's living in my head, it's not happening. Anyone knows me. I'm calm, cool, collected. Listen, can you just let me finish my yo? It's not about you. It's not the Marco. It's not the Tim Marco show. Yeah. I know this is your story. You know what I mean? This is your journey and everything, but. You see stories, not all stories have happy endings. Not all stories have happy endings. Just remember that, yeah? Right, anyway, as I was saying, the drive is to make sure I get that 5-0. And anyone who knows me, when I'm hungry for it, I'm on it. So, that's it, simple.
What's the motivation, Marco?
It's quite simple. The motivation is trying to beat the greatest of all time. The greatest of all time. Sat on the end in his orange top. By the way, this is better. That's a great top again.
Yeah, come on.
Sat on the end, bright and happy. My motivation is simply to take his zero. Okay, guys, it's simple as that. Yeah, and I didn't mention that was in his head once in this press conference. So I must be living rent free, bro. Rent free. I told you I was squatting a few weeks ago, and I wasn't squatting. I don't even need the key anymore. I don't even need the key. I don't even leave. I just stay there. Playing on your mind when you're sleeping. Chilling.
Is this a press conference or
it was a press conference until you told me it was looking in your eyes and all of it. Said, I looked in his eyes. Where are we together in this head of yours? Where are we? Seems like a bit of a fucking fairy tale for you sometimes. Yeah, seems like a fairy tale.
And there we go, Mr. Social Media.
Mr. Social Media, I finish off strong. I finish off strong just like on the night. Yeah? Yeah? Don't worry about that, James. What I'm saying to you is motivation wise, no matter what, is zero. But the motivation now is to keep living in his head. For the next 10 weeks, happy as fuck, not doing any dishwashing. It's gonna stink in there. Yeah?
I guarantee that.
We've got a few questions in the gym. Go for it.
Yes, my questions to both of you. Obviously, you've got guaranteed winners here, which is your chosen charities. But what's your end game, guys? After this, obviously, you've got your undefeated record. You wanted to take that 0. After this, what is it? Are we hanging up the gloves or are we lacing up the boots? It kind of follows on from Dino's question, really.
Yeah, I think like the last one I did with Luke, I actually said that like that was it for me. I thought, you know what, I've done 4. I've raised enough money for all the charities I've done every time. I've always been successful and stuff like that. But like I said, the main thing is right now is to concentrate on Marco, win that fight, and then we take it from there. If someone does decide to call me out, then yeah, we'll look at it that way. But right about now, it's 29th of October, beating Marco.
I haven't really thought about it. I think, like James said, it's the next fight, and that's it. So I'm here to try and get that W, and then not even think about it. The main thing for me was raising a hell of a lot of money for charity, not just the £100 like it says in there, but a hell of a lot, because both charities, no matter what, are very dear to probably both of us with the families that we've got. My sister Luca, she fought hard for years.
Triggers something in that brain. Now, looking at both today from previous fights, I think it's going to be who turns up on the night. It really is. If James gives Marco an inch, he's going to take a mile, and he's looking to take that mile. He's looking to make a bit of a statement. He said he's called out one of the best that we've had, and I totally respect that. But I think, James just can't give Marco that inch. But in a sense, if Marco switches off at any point, James is just going to keep him at range. My opinion, it's not been planned and we haven't spoken about this. They've got their own trainers as well as me seeing overseen. But I think James boxes on the long range, keeps Marco away, and Marco needs to get in, and when he gets in, he needs to open up.
Any more from the floor?
This is for you, Doran. Oh no.
Who's it from?
This is from Shane. It says, Doran, no political answers, choose a side.
Shane Keller.
Is that Shane
No,
Keller?
that's Shane Cav.
Shane Cav.
Shane, that's awful, and it's not happening. It's not happening. Sorry. Any more?
I've got a question. I'm one of the coaches as well. I'm probably going to be coaching you guys together. How is it going to feel to train together watching your opponent? Is it going to add pressure? That's for both of you guys. Is it going to add pressure? How is it going to feel?
The thing is, I don't think it necessarily adds pressure. I've watched James train, James has watched me train. We've trained together in previous camps. So I don't think necessarily it will add pressure. The reason I wanted it to be separate is because I wanted the whole sort of thing of train apart. Everybody has their opinions separately, that we're not just together, we're not just, sometimes you've got to say, me and James are friends, we are. So if we're in the gym together, no matter how much boxing battle we might have, we're still friends. So I feel as though being in the gym together, we would revert back to that, and people might think, oh, this ain't serious, it's a joke. So I feel as though when we're apart, there's more of that added edge. Even yesterday, James's fixtures, I did fixtures separately, then James came outside to watch. It kind of adds that sort of, why you out here, don't piss me off sort of thing, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying? So as far as I'm concerned, the staying away from each other is the best bit about it. But if we are coached together and we have to train together, it's still not going to be too much of a problem, I don't think.
Same question?
Say to me as well?
Yeah, same question. Yeah.
I don't know. But just, to be honest, I just focus on myself. That's the main thing. I've no time for Marco and what he does with his training. I've seen him train before, so it's nothing new to me. I know I'm fitter than him, and I've been more ready for him in the ring. So for me, whatever Marco does, he does, you know what I mean? Fair play to him that he's actually wanting to do this again and stuff like that, and get himself fit, that's good. But I want the fittest Marco in that ring, because I don't want to hear no excuses, or I don't feel well this week, or I've not had a good, like, whatever, blah, blah. I just want the fittest Marco. I just want the fittest Marco. The fittest Marco on that day, so there's no excuses.
There will be no excuses, greatest of all time. Not at all.
Any more from the floor?
A bit of a follow-on from that last question, and Sean mentioned a little bit earlier.
I'm his boy though.
Huh?
I'm his boy.
I'm his boy, that's the way it happens. If you two are to meet in terms of sparring before the big night, how are you going to play that in terms of a mind game? Is it going to be, I'm going to let him know that I'm here, or is it a case of take it easy?
I'll be poorly that day. 100% no sparring with James. I'll be poorly that day.
Anyway, nah, just like I said before,
We all
like,
sparred together before.
yeah.
Right.
We sparred together before, like I said, already quoted him already. He knows that I'm an animal, and we sparred. Yeah,
Animal.
you said that already.
He is.
Yeah. So, and you was afraid to, and you didn't want to face me in 2019.
There's a difference.
Right, I'll put the status up later on after this press
Put
conference.
the
Anyway.
status up on-
Right.
I'll tell
As
you
you were saying anyway, sorry.
finish and then
Can I
I'll
finish?
finish.
Thank you.
Go
Right.
for it.
If we do come sparring, like I said, I take every training session, every boxing thing seriously. It don't matter if it's Mark or anyone else sparring, I just take it as it is. You know, at the end of the day, all I've got to do is improve and making sure I'm better on the night. And if I've made a mistake here and there in the sessions, then I know I need to improve. But I know what I'll bring if he does come to me sparring. I'll just have to give a cheeky left hook.
Same question, yeah?
Yeah, same question. Full of bullshit, by the way, to say. But we'll move. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think me and James will spar until boxing. I didn't think we would.
Why not?
Because I just didn't think we would. It makes sense that we didn't spar. I've never seen Anthony Joshua spar Dillian White before a big fight together. That's just common sense. But obviously, if he's struggling with that, I can understand. Yeah, but I didn't think they would spar together, so it makes sense that they don't. Yeah, going further than that, with regards to anything, James can have whatever opinion he has. Me and James were not frenemies in 2019. We were good friends in the gym. Okay, I knew I wouldn't be fighting James 100%. I probably knew from a few coaches that I'd probably have Dave Handley because it seemed like the most likely opponent at the time. So when I'm putting up statuses, it's to push my friend on. So people are like, fucking hell, do you know what I mean? That's what it was about. It was never about taking. But having said that, James has got a hell of a hit, so I wasn't lying. And I was glad that I wasn't facing James. But at the same time, I'm not afraid to face James. Massive, massive difference. So James can put that all he wants. Marco did this in 2019. It's 2022, bro. Time marches forward. Time goes backwards. Alright? Let's move on. Yeah, you can keep mentioning that all shit all you want, but the bottom line is I called you out. We never got put together. And if I called you out, it's because I'm not afraid to face you. If I'm not afraid to face you, I'm not afraid to take a hit. It's quite simple. It's cool. Alright? Are we cool with that? Are we going to let that go, or are you going to carry on with it? Is that going to be swan song? Cool. Good. Next question, please.
Any more from the floor?
This is from Alicia Ramsden, and she says...
Love you, Alicia.
She says, if the fight ends in a draw, then what happens from there?
The fight ends in a draw.
Alicia, I'll tell you this right now, Alicia, look at me.
No draw.
Alicia,
look at me. There's no draw.
Yo, can I
There's no draw.
Listen, let me, I've got the mic, so I'm speaking.
That don't mean shit. I'm a head guy.
Yeah. Why do you spoil things? Just relax.
You always want to be like me, bro.
Listen, I don't do nothing like you. Alicia, listen to me. I'm telling this now. None of my fights have been a draw, and this one definitely won't be a draw. I'm telling this now, right? On that night, I will win. I'm telling you now. There's no draw happening. If it does, listen, we're going.
If it does, it's going to be no
listen,
draw.
let me finish. If they decide it's a draw, I will go another round. That's it. I I will do another round. Listen, if the judges say, oh, you know what, it's a draw. No, there's no draw happening on that night. I will do another round to prove myself and to prove to everyone that I will beat Marco Moses. Simple.
Alright, cool. Give me the mic. Great small time. Shut up. Listen, at least I'm telling you there will be no draw because there will be a winner. I don't know who it's going to be, but there will be a winner. Having said that, he won't go another round. He can't do 3 rounds. Like I said, he's injuring people. He doesn't get 3 rounds. Get 1 round in the bank. He injures people. He gives someone a bust eye. He gives someone a bust eye, and he gives someone a bad arm. I'm wondering what could have happened if that didn't happen, because them fights were really close up until those points. So, as far as I'm concerned, James is going to go all 3 of them rounds. The last time you went 3 rounds, or didn't you end up like on a ventilator or something? You were struggling to breathe. No. So, as far as I'm concerned, is that the truth? First ever fight. Don't wait a second, me. I was there. You were struggling to breathe. So you haven't got rounds in the bank. No, everybody's seen that. Nobody knew about that. Yeah. So James can talk about going round 4. He's not going to round 4. If we end up in a draw, which it won't, but if we end up in a draw, he's going to take the draw.
So you're fit the middle, yeah?
No, I'm not saying I'm fit the middle. What I'm saying is, don't make out like you can go 4 rounds. Because you were struggling on a ventilator after the third round.
My very first fight?
Yeah, my very first fight, I lost it.
Yeah, you got battered.
Battered 2 weeks ago when I looked in your eyes, I was like, oh, it's a close fight, all that. Give me all lip service, now I'm battered. Oh, be quiet. I understand, bro, it's all good. But what I'm saying is, James will call me out for a 4th round. He won't call me out for a 4th round. He's either going to win or he's going to lose. It's simple as that. In his head, he's going to win. In my head, I'm going to win. And that's the end of it. Simple as. Thank you, Alicia.
That concludes the press conference. Thank you to everybody in the gym for your questions. Thank you to everyone on social media.
Can I ask a question for sure?
Go on.
Well, you were saying to that, if it's a draw, 3 rounds, are you going to let him do another? Like that for another night or something like that?
He won't be doing another round. 3 rounds.
Wait, take 3 rounds. That's why I'm going to take 3 rounds.
But then, do you know what? We've been to shows like this before, and we've actually done that. So we've had lads that have had to do an extra round, and then they still couldn't get a winner. So they have to do an extra round, and they still couldn't get a winner. As a boxer, when you're in the frame line, I know that Michael said he won't do 4 rounds and vice versa. I know when they're in that stage, both of them will be willing to do another round. And you can let them go all night until someone gets hurt, or you can cut them off there, protect them and make a decision. So let's cross that bridge when we come to it, but there will be no 4 rounds.
Very professional answer. That concludes the press conference of why we'll be here all night. Thank you for everyone tuning in. Thanks to everyone in the gym for taking part and participating. I've been Dozcast, helping out with Left Jab Promotions, Left Jab Fighting. This is all happening on the 29th of October. Tickets go on sale when?
Tickets are on sale on Monday.
Tickets are on sale.
No tables left, 28 tables sold.
28 tables sold, none left. Get your tickets, it's going to be a banging night. After party?
After party at Cleopatras Lounge.
After party at Cleo's.
We all love to go to Cleo's after. Don't like it.
I've got Cleo's before.
Thanks everybody, bye.
Thank you.
Chicken boys.
See my eyes still, yeah? Yeah? See my eyes for you? You see the fear? I'm shake my hand like a man. Shake my hand like a man, don't be upset.